So I start the stream after the recap. That's always smart, you know.
Check the audio.
It'll be okay. They'll figure out what's going on real fast.
See any good way to speed up the heal time?
There isn't. All you can do is just have someone hopefully keep you from having to make the endurance test.
Good times.
Die.
So how's your endurance score?
Mine's not that high.
He,
Endurance?
he's more or less got a broken. He's going to be like Bruce Wayne in the third movie. You know, he's got the broken back, but he's just going to tough it out for a while, and then it'll heal. That's more or less what's happening. But he's at minus 30 strength and agility for about a month. And half move. He's messed up.
I was there.
Yeah.
I had the broken leg. It was awful.
I'm messed up for like another 15 days as well.
I can at least try the heal check to hopefully make it where you won't need to bind it properly, where you won't need to do the endurance test later.
Oh, I forgot to save. No, we didn't. December 8th is not the last time we played.
Really?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, but it was after. Did we go once after Christmas?
Yeah. I thought it was
Like right after Christmas?
no,
Apparently
I think January 5th, 2 weeks ago.
I didn't save the text log. That's too bad. Well, give me one more second to look something up. I thought I'd be able to look in the log, but I can't. So. Nope, it's not what I wanted.
Right this second.
There was something where if you receive a crit, and I
Nothing.
barely ever remembered to
Do
do
what?
it.
Hey, are we doing anything? We just
Sorry, I think I hit mute at one point when I was looking something up.
Okay.
Bad. There was something with infection that I was trying to find, and the chat log used to say it, but I accidentally deleted the chat log, I think. Well, on purpose, but I accidentally did not save a copy before I did it. But it was going to tell me what Al had to roll to not affected. Let me pull up.
Was there an update to the client or anything? Like I don't know why, but when I look at my number, like I can't see my numbers I used to be able to see. Like I have to highlight them. It's very strange.
You'd have to give me a screenshot. I don't even know what you're saying. But no, I haven't updated. Looks fine when I'm looking at your sheet. Yeah, right.
I'm getting a screenshot. Hold on.
I gotcha. Somewhere there's a combat I probably need to end. Yeah, that's real weird.
Okay, so it's not supposed to look like that.
I think so. Mine does not look that way.
Okay.
Probably
I might
Warcraft's fault.
restart at some point.
Let me stretch it across 15 monitors like you have and see.
I mean, it can't be that because it would have been that every other time I played, but no, it looks different.
One other there is a different style on the sheet that I can apply, which kind of has that color scheme. Like if you look right now, how's it look? It's going to look different, but can you see it?
It didn't change for me.
Huh. You might just need to reload, like hard reload.
I'll reload you. Do a little refresh of the screener.
It's also not like your stats aren't even right. Because like on that screen, it's. Wait a minute. Are you even on the right character?
I thought I'd been playing the backup.
Nope.
The copy.
Nope.
Well,
it does look different on your backup though.
Okay, that was the one that I had been pulling up previous to tonight.
Well, I'm going to delete those right now. What could go wrong?
Take a backup before you do it. Take a copy. Don't be that guy.
Making copies. All right.
Well,
those were the copies. I deleted the copies. Yeah, you were the wrong version of your character.
Yeah,
that might explain things.
Looks right now, but I swear I was using. I don't remember why, but there was a reason why I was using the backup.
All right. Well, mystery solved, sort of, partially solved. So you guys are on your way. Well, I don't know. Is there anything you're doing before the boat sets out the next day? Obviously,
not really. There's any healing in this town.
There's probably like a surgeon you could go to.
Is it worth?
I don't know that it would be any better than Trent did, unless you're doing actual surgery as opposed to healing.
Okay. All right.
Especially if Trent already looked at you. I don't know if
he did I need to look at? I only looked at Dirk out of that. Is there someone else that needs healing right now?
Yeah, Bernard's pretty messed up.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm 3 out of 20 on wounds.
There you go. You get 6 more.
Nice. Thank you.
So you guys get 2 days of 2 more days of travel on the boat. You can, if you're wounded, you can hit the rest and recover button. It probably does something. I don't know.
Where is this button you speak of?
Well, if I click on your character and then I go to
Under
utility.
utility.
Griff, you're already at full health, but now you're extra rested and recovered.
Yeah. I don't know who this Griff person is you're talking about.
Oh, you're right. Well, you know what? Set it in the chat side. I probably got to redrag your token out there. Token still says Griff. So you can do that twice, which probably means you're going to be full health. I'll just hit it for you, Al.
Okay. I'm gonna be messed up with the shoulder. Otherwise,
yeah, you're like it's not gonna be your wounds that are probably getting you. It's your essentially your broken back.
Broke my back.
You healed not, so you're as full as you can be. What do you guys remember? What lowers your permanent wounds?
Oh,
Is it just one per crit, or is it like, does the crit say it when it happens?
I don't remember that ever happening to me. So even after a crit, so
Yeah, normally it
must be.
hasn't. Normally it hasn't been an issue. Whatever, I won't worry about it right now. Ale potentially has a
I
few
want to
less
say
wounds.
usually. I want to say usually the crit set it.
So, like, there is a thing where, like, the broken collarbone does 5 wounds of damage, but I don't think you're 5 wounds down. Yeah, it might be a different thing that goes on there. Like, it says it lowers your max, in which case Al doesn't have it. I don't know. I won't worry about it for now. So you guys are going down the river, and you arrive at Bögenhafen. And it's you're getting there the evening before Schaffenfest, which is the awesome fair festival 3-day thing. Everybody loves it. Lots of food, lots of overpriced goods getting sold to tourists, games, contests. On the third day, there's... What's that?
They have an archery contest?
Yeah.
I'm in.
On the third day, there's a tax-free livestock selling thing, which people come all over for, so they can, save on taxes, I guess. There's Bögenhafen. You've
Very
arrived by
dark
river.
Bögenhafen.
Oh, god damn it.
Totally dark.
Every damn time. How about now? Better?
That's good.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have any stuff you can highlight over, or is that just on my end? Not that I necessarily think you want to, but... Like, is anything labeled, or is it just the map?
Just the map.
Just the map.
Okay, well, that's fine. So your buddy here will be here until the end of Schaffenfest, because they're all... they were bringing goods for it, and I'm sure they'll have stuff they're leaving with. Plus, they just want to be here for it. So if you guys do end up moving out, I'm not sure where he's going yet, but you could potentially hitch a ride with him.
So hold on a second. I'm not very smart. In the recap, did we determine why we were attacked?
Not specifically, other than the guy seemed really convinced you were cultists.
They don't want me to get my birthright, I think.
That's pretty much where some of us landed. Since he's imitating this guy who's already dead because somebody probably wanted him dead.
What are you talking about? Please stop spreading rumors.
Haha.
Look, he's got this document and everything that says some people he's never met attest that he's him.
I'm told that that's what this says.
Never learned to read.
So yeah, Yosef ties up the boat, pays the mooring fees, they start unloading it, he pays you, the wages you're owed for helping out, which we've just been, countering with the fact you're not paying for drinks and stuff lately. And he'll be here for 3 or 4 days, so if you want to meet back up with him, that's fine.
Sounds good.
Bernard in particular, he's like, hey, if you need a place to crash, you can crash on the boat. The rest of you, he doesn't specifically make that offer to, but, you probably sweet talk him. Everybody's curious about why guys with fire bottles were trying to set their boat on fire, but given that they got run off pretty easily, and actually kind of made comic fools of themselves by setting themselves on fire, overall, the people they didn't actually seem too upset by this having happened. So here you are, here in Bögenhafen. The festival's starting today. There's like a lawyer's office on the will, or you could go. I don't know what else you could do, but I mean those would be the main things. follow up on this guy who was hiring adventurers, although apparently he did hire some. But apparently he's supposed to be in Bögenhafen too.
I want to go visit my sister.
Yeah. She's happy to see you and surprised and welcomes you in, and she's got a husband and like 6 children. She's older than you. You're like the baby sister. How old is your character?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
26.
26, all right. I guess she'll be like 35 or something. Her kids are probably, some of them are fully grown.
What's her name?
What is her name, Adam?
Oh,
Aha!
Tifania.
What was it?
Tifania.
Tiffania. Tiffany. I'm just going to go with that right there. All right, Tiffany. I'm sure we'll remember that one.
I'm gonna blow some of my savings on my nieces and nephews. We're gonna go into town, ride the rides.
Going to Schaffenfest and blowing money on them. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you in a little bit. Unless everyone's going. How about the rest of you?
Not going immediately. I mean, we did have other business to attend to, right?
Perhaps.
So are you going to want us to come with you, Mr. whoever your name is now?
Convincing. We're talking to you, Andrew.
Yeah, what?
One day I'll figure out what his name is.
Mr. What's his name? How dare you?
Yeah, what's your character's name now?
Caster, I think.
Caster. There it is. Took me a second to find it. Well, Caster, are you going to want us to come along with you, or you got this handled?
When have I ever had anything handled?
That's true.
I mean, I would do it with my buddy Rocco. We could do it, but he's run off.
Got family business to attend to. So yeah, I'll stick around in case Caster needs me.
All right. How about Dirk? You're all messed up. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think. I think I'm gonna enjoy the festival, but I don't know that there's much I'm gonna be able to do besides drink.
Drink and eat.
Yeah.
You can probably still pick some pockets. You're pretty good.
He stopped doing that, remember? He's reformed.
Yeah. I remember. All right,
Okay,
so
go
we
ahead,
got Tilly's off visiting family. Dirk's gonna go to the fest. Bernard and Griff are going to look for the law office. Is that right? And what's Trent doing?
Festival.
All right, I will get to the festival people in a moment. Griff and Bernard. You can give me some gossip rolls to try to.
I'm very good at gossip.
Are you, though?
I'm okay at it.
Well, I'm about due. Yeah, same as always.
Well, Bernard eventually convinces you the right way to go. And you guys head off over to the east side of town. You end up going down an alley. You've got there's a sign over the door that says lock, stock, and borrow, lawyers, etc. And there you are.
We're here for etc.
I assume you walk in. There's a clerk sitting at the desk. He gives you a big smile when you walk in and asks how he can help you.
I turn to Caster and let him talk.
He's busy
Hi.
playing out of exile. He can't answer.
No, I just stopped doing that.
Can I help you, sir?
Maybe.
Do you need to see what the handout is again?
I mean, I can't read that handout.
Do you need a recap of what's on it?
What was the name of that guy? I should have done this before I, came over here.
Well, that's fair.
I'll try to help out Caster by, telling him, just hand him the document.
Ah, yes, my good man. I pull out my. Ooh, this one's not even bloodstained. I pull out the document. There's
Okay.
2 of them.
So this was the one from, Lock, Stock, and Barrel. That said, hey, they're the legal executor of this thing. Come here, get your money.
I have 2 documents. And I have my verification that I'm the guy as well.
Yeah.
Signed by a bunch of dead people.
You just hand them both to him, or?
Yes.
You probably don't know the difference anyway. Dave, can you read?
Nope.
All right, great. All right, you hand him the documents. He looks at them for a minute. And says, Mr. Barrel's been looking forward to meeting you. I'll let him know you've arrived. He gets up and goes to the.
He can't leave with my documents. Does he leave them on the table? Whatever.
If you ask him, he'll hand them to you.
Okay.
Actually, he probably would have just left him sitting on the desk anyway. Gets up and walks. There's it looks like there's 3 back offices back there. He goes into one of them. At that moment, he closes the door, but several other things happen at the same time. You see some shutters slam shut on the building. Someone threw them from outside. The room gets real dark all of a sudden with the windows closed, and you hear bolts being slammed shut. So you are suddenly in a dark room all by yourselves. What would you like to do?
Is this not standard procedure for the upper classes?
I mean, I guess you've never been to a law office, so who can say for sure?
I guess I'll just halberd the door or window or whatever.
Take your pick.
Does the window have bars on it? You said they would put shutters down?
Yeah, like wooden shutters.
That's going to be easier to break than a door, right? So we'll try that.
Yeah, probably. So you're getting your halberd out and getting ready to swing it. And, I mean, you can continue, but as you're doing that, you hear a guy outside yelling, Castor Liberung, otherwise known as the Magister and Pente of the Cult of the Purple Hand. In the name of the Emperor, I arrest you and your companions for conspiring with chaos, murder, theft, and other crimes, hereinafter to be enumerated. Lay down your weapons and surrender. And then probably right around then, you're hitting the window.
Uh-huh.
All right, go ahead and roll weapon skill roll.
Let me make sure I have the X version on. I have the X version.
Good. Yeah, you smash through the window and you take a big chunk out of one of the shutters. You're probably going to need one more swing to get this thing completely off. Because it's 2 shutters and they're bolted together and you kind of more or less ripped one half off. As the guy was kind of finishing his speech and you were swinging, suddenly you heard you hear screaming. Sound based on the position, it sounds like the same dude. Just all of a sudden he starts screaming and you start hearing weird squishing noises. And the scream seems to be getting farther away very quickly. Go ahead and roll again if you want to finish getting out the window. He was probably like right at the end of his speech when he started screaming.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna give myself plus 10 since I am not moving now.
The guy outside is screaming, or
yeah, the guy outside. To be clear, whoever went in the back, it seems very unlikely he could be the guy who was talking or screaming because he went like the opposite direction. And there just wasn't much time.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say exactly what happens there when you're hacking in a window and you fail the roll, other than I guess you just don't get a good swing in. It like cracks in half but doesn't actually come loose in a way that helps you get out. Dave, what are you doing in the meantime?
I'm looking for a different exit.
So there's a couple windows. He's hacking one of them. There's like the main door you came in, and then there's 3 doors in the back, but you think they go like more into the building.
I'll the way we came in, I'll go check that door.
Yeah,
I'll take a peek out, make sure there's nobody.
Well, it's locked.
Oh,
Somehow
we didn't lock it on the way in, did we?
No, he didn't. Nope, they did not. You did not.
All right, then I'll.
But you try the door to open it. You're like, huh, this is stuck. This isn't opening. This is weird.
I'll try the other doors, like the one the guy took to go in the back and all that.
Okay. That one is also bolted, although it's a pretty weak bolt. If you give me a strength roll, you can probably pop through that one.
Strength.
It's more like it's latched than really. Well, you know what? It held.
Okay.
That said, Andrew, give me one more roll. The screaming like rises to kind of a crescendo and then just cuts off. Oh my god. This window was built to last. I don't need you to keep rolling. Mostly it was to see how quick you can get through the window. It looks like kind of slow. But after a moment, yeah, you do hack it apart. You can get out the window if you want.
Well, I grab my papers.
Yes, of course.
Right. We'll have to come back another time.
Apparently.
Out in the street, you see like kind of a trail of blood leading around the corner of the alley, starting basically right outside the front door, where you're guessing the guy was when he was yelling.
Seems like the work of Sigmar protecting me. We should probably follow the blood.
Yeah, we should follow the blood. Let's do that.
As you go around the alley, you come upon the body of a stout man who looks very familiar to Bernard, who got a good look at him on the boat. He's the guy who jumped down and got away from you, who seemed to have hired everyone. But he is very dead. His chest and belly are both ripped open. His intestines are all like dragged on the ground behind him as he was dragged down the alley a little bit. And there's kind of a big hole like in his chest, or at least a big wound on his chest. His eyes are just kind of staring off in horror. I mean, he's very dead.
Okay.
You can do a heal check to learn more about how he died if you want. You can search the
I
body.
will
You can
do a
run
pocket
off.
check.
You can throw him in your bag of holding.
We'll do a pocket check to search for, evil clues and also valuables. But I'll be quick about it.
Yeah, evil clues. Got it. How about you, Dave?
There's no heal here. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Praise Sigmar. I guess
I'll keep
I do have heal now because I'm so kick-ass.
Well, you can do both those. You can do that while you're searching them. Dave, you can make a difficult perception check, maybe. Whatever the plus 20 is, the bad way. Minus 20. Thank you. That's the one.
I believe he is dead.
Difficult is hard.
He is indeed dead.
Oh, huh.
Wow. Good job. So the medical expert, Griff, did not determine anything. Probably because he found a letter.
Well, he
on the
died
guy, and that
blood loss.
distracted him. Yeah, blood loss, and specifically, like his heart, something actually like put a hole in his chest and ripped his heart in half, or at
I
least
believe he was killed by some sort of giant laser.
all messed up. Good. You know, the giant laser was a lot cleaner, as it turned out. I gotta find you this letter. 1 sec.
Well, neither of us can read, so don't show it to me now.
That's fair. Do you find a letter? It is slightly bloody.
No.
He also probably had some stuff on him. Let me check
I'd
that
be
too.
interested in coins and whatever weapon he brought to bear.
Yeah, he certainly had things. One moment. Actually, probably a crossbow was partway down the alley, like along the blood trail, because I'm sure he dropped it along the way. He had been holding it.
I know someone who likes crossbows. I'll take that on the way out. Maybe it's a good one. I doubt it.
Maybe. On his body, you find a crossbow, crossbow, a sword. He had mail, coat, leggings, and helm, essentially. He had some manacles on him.
Ooh, does he have a key?
I'm sure he does for the manacles, yeah. He had rope.
Yeah.
And he had that letter. I don't see any coins on him, but he would have had to have some. Oh, here we go. Nope. Huh. I don't know. Sure, he had a gold crown and like 4 shillings. He would have had to have some money. Nothing seems particularly special about his weapons. They just seem, run of the mill.
All right. I'm really only interested in the money, the manacles, and the crossbow. And now we can go drink for free.
I'll take the letter just in case.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the. Can you take crossbows into the festival area?
Certainly you can have weapons on you.
I don't have any bullets.
But you'd want it like slung or something. If you're literally walking around with your crossbow in hand, or like your giant gun halberd in hand,
well, how is he carrying it around?
That's gonna be awkward. Yeah, you can sling it somehow, I assume.
All right, I'm gonna go. That was enough adventuring for the day. We'll have to find out more about these law offices. Perhaps they weren't involved, but it's weird that this dude would have been able to lock the. Was the front door of the law offices was like barricaded with something, or it was like literally?
Yeah. So I mean, you didn't notice it coming in, but there was like a bolt you could slide from the outside, and he slid it after you went in.
That's real weird.
It is real weird. Give me. You guys can both give me straight up intelligence checks, or easy lore law checks if you have law, which I doubt you do.
Gonna start getting it now. This is the worst I have.
You might need to learn to read first.
Yeah, did you say easy intelligence?
Yep. Straight up intelligence, unless you have law.
Oh, straight up.
Dear God.
No. It's not a 74.
But I'm pretty sure 3 will still succeed. Okay. Why does that say 74? Oh, plus 40. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dave, looking at it now, you're like, yeah, if this is a place that handles like noble titles and estates, this is like kind of down an alley and not the best part of town. It's not like the slums or anything, but like, yeah, this didn't quite add up.
Okay.
And as you're looking at the exterior, like it's a pretty rundown exterior, but the sign above the door
while you're thinking about that, Griff says the carpenter must have installed the door backwards.
Sounds about right.
I think we need to find who gave us directions.
The sign. Well, you had
Wait,
you had the
lead
address
us to the wrong place.
You had the address on the letter, like which street it was on. That's what people were giving you directions for. Because the letter itself said, go to the Gartenweg, which is the little street off of the Eisenbahn here that you're on.
Should we burn these law offices down in the name of Sigmund?
Maybe we'll come back tomorrow, and if they're still open, we'll burn it then.
Okay.
What I was going to say though is the looking now, Dave, with your 3 intelligence roll, which is pretty good. Those bolts look like they've been newly put on the windows and doors. Like they're much newer than the windows and doors themselves. And the sign above the door looks freshly painted, whereas the rest of the stuff looks pretty run down.
Okay. Somebody set a trap for you.
I'm sure it's just a test from Sigmar.
It worked out great. Meanwhile, the rest of the party's heading off to Schaffenfest, where fun and excitement await. Each of you are Dirk and Trent going together, or are they just you all 3 separately making your way?
Probably all 3 making separately.
Together, I would want to go together. Like, cause
Oh, okay, that's fine too then.
I'm in no position to be like trying to.
So Tilly's probably going separately since she was visiting her sister first, but once you guys are there, you'll end up bumping into each other.
Should we get you a stroller?
I mean, why not?
He can walk, he's just slow. Because he's a cripple. All right. So one thing you each individually, well, I guess Trent and Dirk notice first as they come in is there's like a stockade on your way, like through the main area of the festival, where it looks like, you know, drunks and rowdy people, or, you know, anyone who's committed minor crimes gets placed. And right now you see a dwarf like in there who's like, hey you over there, I just need 2 shillings, man, to pay my finding out. Come on, be a brother, get me out of here. This is to Trent and Dirk. I mean, he's yelling at everybody as they go by, but Trent and Dirk are the first ones by. You ignore him and walk on? I don't know if you guys have push to talk or... Okay.
Yeah, I'm ignoring him.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'll pay the 2 shillings.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I knew the priests of Sigmar were okay. You're a real pal, buddy. Yeah. You know what? To pay you back, I'll show you around the sights here. It's great. I'll show you all the good spots. This guy stinks. He's obviously quite drunk, and he probably hasn't washed in a while. But he quickly leads you past some of the games and contests and stuff, straight to the beer tent. He's like, yeah, best place right here. Say, you don't have any coin for like a drink, do you?
Not so much on that one.
Oh, thanks anyway, pal. I appreciate it. He starts like begging other people around there for some coin for a drink. So there's all sorts of stuff here at the fair. Not all of it is going to necessarily be fun to talk about or play out, but there's fortune tellers, there's herbalists if you're looking for any, you know, miracle tonics or maybe more realistic tonics. Archery contests, brawling,
archery contest.
Yeah, you're not there yet, but yeah. Beer tent, livestock for sale, entertainers, hammer throwing, greased pole climbing, anchor rolling, races, tug of war. There's jousting, but that's not something you can enter in, but you could go watch. If you're not at least silver status, you'll get side eye for trying to get in the stance there, though. I'm telling these 2 guys right now, but you're all going to hear this. So there's like a wrestling ring where a guy's like, you know, step on up, make yourself 2 crowns for just 2 shillings. You can get in the ring with this guy, have a boxing match, and if you last 30 rounds, 3 minutes rather, 3 minutes rather. You'll which would be 18 rounds of combat. 3 minutes. You'll get 2 crowns, and heck, if you defeat him, double that money. You get 4 crowns. Heck, if I was a moneylender, they'd lock me up for offering rates like that. That's a deal you can't pass up. Jousting to watch. Let's see. You see people holding signs for Dr. Malthusius' Zootopia, which is looks like it's not open yet when you walk by the big tent for it, but it's kind of like one of those freak show type things. Go in and look at the bearded lady and whatever else. Although this is supposed to have let's see here, strange creatures from all corners of the world, the marvelous, the bizarre, the disgusting. Brought to you at enormous expense. No other like it in the world. That opens up in like an hour. Actually, as you're walking past the tent, if a guy steps forward and says, "Hey, if you'll carry a sign around for the rest of the day, they'll pay you a shilling." Advertising that thing. I doubt any of you need the money that bad. Maybe Dirk does.
I think I'm gonna pass.
So, Adam, you show up at the with your family, right?
Yeah. Tefania.
Oh, there's also Dirk. You would recognize these games as almost certainly rigged, but there's the people offering the find the ball under the cups sort of games, and stuff like that. All sorts of various carnival / fair games that are probably rigged. Win prizes, win coins. You gonna show your family what an awesome archer you are, Adam?
Yeah, I want to win prizes.
So it is, however, not a crossbow contest, but a bow archery contest.
Will they lend me a bow?
Yeah. They have bows for everybody to use. There's probably like a contest every hour or two where people can sign up, and you probably get in for like a shilling, and you win the prize pool if you're the winner.
Sure, hit me up.
It's not these aren't super serious contests. These are like just everybody going and compete, have some fun. Sure, you got archery skill.
I don't know.
Or bow rather than crossbow.
Who cares?
Well, I care. You got to roll something.
I have ranged bow. Yes.
How different can it be?
Roll that.
It's super different.
Oh.
According to the rules, if you don't have a particular ranged ability, you can't do anything more than throw rocks as your ranged ability.
Well, you don't get any of the good qualities of the weapon. You get all the bad qualities of the weapon. I remember that.
Yeah.
So there's a gust of wind. You kind of have a bad shot, but there's a gust of wind that somehow blows you on target. It works perfectly. And it ends up being close. It's between you and one other guy. Give me one more roll.
Yeah. I'm gonna really hunker down.
Yeah, you gotta prove to your family that you're a boss. Did you roll pretty much the exact same? No. Okay.
I rolled a 34.
You are the winner. You end up winning 10 shillings. The more important thing is your nieces and nephews cheer you on.
Oh yeah.
And probably people are
a stuffed bear or something.
And probably some dudes are a little grumpy that you outshot them as a woman, but that's life.
It's an important lesson to learn.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
I spend some of my money. I give the kids some of my money and say, "Go treat yourselves."
Man. They go buy a bunch of like candied apples and whatever passes for sweets in the medieval world here, and then probably a couple of them lose it on scam games because yeah, I know where the ball is. It's under that cup. Nope, sorry. But you know what? They have fun.
It's an important lesson.
Yep. I'll get it next time. I must not been watching close enough. Let's see. There's Fortune Teller. What else we got? Bernard and Griff can get here at some point. You guys can all more or less meet up after a while. There's hammer racing, anchor rolling, greased pole climb. Griff in particular. Wait, are you big and strong or is it Bernard? Which one of you is the bigger, stronger guy? 34,
I do not really have strength for some reason.
I have 40 strength, 40 toughness.
45.
Do they have one of those poles that you hit with a big hammer and it? Do you see how high you can get it to go?
I don't, would they? I don't think they have that technology. Maybe they have that technology. Sure, they have it. Sure.
Yes.
You doing it?
I'm not doing it, but our big beefy friends should do it.
Sure.
You say big goofy friends?
Beefy.
Oh, okay.
Bernard, as you're passing the wrestling ring, they're really trying to get you to step into the ring and brawl.
How am I doing? Let's see. Yeah, what's the prize?
2 crowns. Cost 2 shillings to enter. 2 crowns if you can last 3 minutes. And 4 crowns if you knock the guy out.
I'll give it a go.
So the rules, game mechanics wise, are no armor.
Right.
Fists only. And it's expected that you're pulling your punches and not causing criticals on each other.
Sure. All right.
Well, there's a big dude here. Let me see. I'm gonna have a mini for this guy.
What are you allowed to get a blessing?
I don't need that. I'll be fine.
Probably technically that'd be fine. Here, I threw the guy in the middle of the river. Here.
Assuming the crossbow I picked up looks like it's a decent crossbow. If it was a shit crossbow, I wouldn't pick it up. Or if
it was decent. It wasn't special, but it was decent.
Not that I would. Yeah. I present Tilly with a crossbow I have found.
Where'd this come from?
Maybe Sigmar gave it to me.
Can Tilly read?
Tilly can read. I think so. I don't know.
You have to have reading.
Reading. No.
Okay.
Reading hard.
Yeah. If I'll try to run into Trent first, and I'll explain to him what happened and hand him the letter, and hopefully you can read this. And then I'll tell him I'll be back later. I gotta go beat some people up.
Yeah, I'll be finding that letter real quick.
Wait, so you guys
Trent?
went to a supposed lawyer, everything went to crap, including people dying, and now you're just gonna drop a letter and then say you have to go beat people up.
Hey Trent, does Sigmar's ghost ever crush someone's chest and drag them away and steal their heart?
There's no Sigmar's ghost. What are you talking about? What are you on?
This guy, he tried to kill me, but Sigmar protected me by dragging and murdering him and removing his heart. Is that not normal?
No.
Well, someone protected me.
I don't think it was Sigmar though.
Did I just showed you way too many things? Did I close that,
closed
everybody?
The only thing you popped up was like an appendice.
Yeah, close that out. I meant to just show you the letter, but I somehow showed everything.
All the handouts. I did not read them.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you wanted to, you could go get the PDF and read them all. So, I mean, you shouldn't, but I'm saying whatever. Shit happens. People are going to do it or not. All right, so I popped a new one up, which I think should just be the image of the letter, which unfortunately I don't think I have a text version, so have fun reading the cursive.
I closed it. I'm going to specifically rely on what I'm told.
Yeah.
The non-reader.
Huh.
Man, actually, I got to read this now. I don't know if I've seen this handout.
Expanding it helps a lot.
Oh, yeah, it does. Of course, I can't scroll it.
Oh, no, you can't. We had...
I'm just going to try to read it out loud. Andrew, you can plug your ears if you really care. You may recall a certain conversation we had last That's probably a month, but I'm not sure.
What's the name?
In the public bar of the Hook and Hatchet in Nuln. At that time, you mentioned your interest in the activities of a certain society, whose name I shall not mention here. In particular, you were very anxious to trace the whereabouts of a certain officer, known only as the Magister Impedimente. I'm now able to confirm each and every one of your suspicions. After your departure, I made some discreet inquiries and managed to ascertain that the person you seek uses the name Castor Liberung. In accordance with your plan, Herr Lieberung will be traveling towards Altdorf on the Mindenheim Road at some time towards the end of the month of whatever probably this last month was. I have also had the good fortune to secure a likeness of Herr Lieberung, which I enclose with this letter. Hey, Andrew, there was a picture of, well, it looks a lot like you in that letter as well. I remain, sir, your most obedient servant, QF. And this was addressed to Herr Adolphus Kustov. Yep. Whatever I just said. That was it. All right, Dave, you're entering into the ring with this guy?
Sure.
It's Crusher. His name's Crusher.
All right.
Gets up. You guys get in the ring. The crowd's cheering. He gives you kind of a polite smile. They ring the bell. And I put you in combat.
Okay.
Ding ding.
Crusher.
Way faster than I am.
Yeah, he is.
It's Bonesaw.
He's just sizing. He's sizing you up.
Yeah, is it just we? Oh, okay.
He gives him one advantage, but that's all he does. He just looks at you.
So is he kind of, you know,
Yeah, he
moving
kinda,
around?
he's kind of circling you in the ring, looking at you.
Okay. I'll give him a jab.
All right, go for it.
Nope.
I'm
faking him out.
Why can't I pop this out? I used to be able to
It's
pop
a
this out.
rope-a-dope.
I can pop that out. Why can't I pop combat out? Come on. Whatever.
I'm throwing a couple of fake punches. See how he reacts.
Next time you should target him.
Oh, sorry. I missed badly. Sorry. Which one's him? There he is.
He has a bad roll, but he still parries because yours was worse.
All right. Can you parry with brawling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know that you can. Man, that's a good question. Like, can you parry a sword with it? Like, obviously, if your guys are fist fighting, yeah, you could. It makes sense. Gets a little weird with boxing versus a sword, but
All right.
I think technically by the rules you can.
Okay. I'm taking it easy. I'm just throwing little jabs. See what he's got.
He's just gonna keep sizing you up for a minute.
Okay.
So it'd be a better strategy on his part if he had better intuition, but he does not. He fails to gain any advantage. You gonna take another swipe?
Intuition. I'll do the same. You know, if he's sizing me up, I'll size him up. Intuition.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you get an advantage. The crowd gets a little restless as you took one little jab and he's just sitting there and they're like, fight, fight, fight. So he will indeed take a swing at you in the next round. I need to look at his talents real quick to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah. Let me roll. He does a pretty good jab right at your head, Dave.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, you gotta unequip your bastard sword, dude.
It is unequipped.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right.
Just don't hit the bastard sword button. Just roll unarmed or like manually roll your whatever you're defending with, or dodge if you want. Whatever's better.
Melee brawling is better. Nope. Wow. Never mind. I think he just knocked me out.
He didn't. It looks like he didn't even mean to like hit you that hard. And you can tell he actually pulls the blow right before it hits, and only does. What's your toughness bonus?
Toughness bonus 4.
Let's see. Actually, I'm just taking. Here, I'm about to give you health back.
Okay.
Oh, are you wearing head armor right now?
Should I? If I go in and take everything off, I'm still carrying it, right? And so I'll be.
I can add extra damage.
My
I guess
encumbrance
that'll
will be
work.
gone. Yeah.
Let's see.
Is there a way to say I'm
was
not
it only?
carrying it?
Wait a minute. Like, oh, because undamaging armor counts double.
Is there a way to say I'm not wearing the armor?
I have a
Only if you have something to stick it in.
Yeah, I have a not carried thing. Stuff not on you at the bottom, but maybe you didn't get one of those.
Move.
I can give you one.
No. I have one.
Oh, okay.
Do I just need to drag it down there?
Yes.
Probably.
Okay.
So I think that's weird. Like it really soaked. Did you have 3 points of head armor?
Yeah.
Okay, and it doubled versus fist. Okay, so this actually works out because he was pulling this particular punch.
I thought he said he hit me in the left arm. No, he hit me in the head.
No head. So your armor actually subtracted 6 off more than it should have for that hit, but he was not adding in his success levels. So
Okay.
the damage is actually correct. You can tell he's pulling the punch, and you're guessing it's because if he knocks you out in one hit, people aren't going to come into the ring. He's going to make it last.
All right.
Although, honestly, he's not that much of a favorite compared to you looking at the numbers.
So,
You're up, though. He just rang your bell a little bit.
Okay. I'll,
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man, I don't have any Rocky music ready to go. This is so disappointing.
I'm armed. Where's my brawling? There it is. I gotta go to skills.
Oh, now we're talking, Dave.
If it looks like you're gonna lose, I'll just shoot him.
Did you not have him targeted? You didn't have him targeted.
You did.
Bastard.
Sorry.
That's okay. You hit by 4. He took 2 off. It would have been, I don't know what the base damage is. Strength bonus? It's just strength bonus.
Yeah,
So strength bonus plus 2 you would have done.
4, 6 damage then.
All right.
And then he takes off toughness,
Yeah.
which is probably at least that much.
Yeah, he took a point.
Yeah.
You pop him right in the face and kind of shrugs it
I
off,
did it-
keeps going.
Primary arm.
Okay. And he's not wearing armor, so it doesn't really matter where you hit as far as that goes. You do get an advantage for that, though.
Okay.
He will take another swing at you. Here we go.
Okay. And
Probably misses, but yeah, you're gonna have to just roll it manually. I guess it's not putting
I'm not
unarmed in
really
there as an option for some reason. Maybe you're not supposed to be able to normally do unarmed. You block his blow.
mm-hmm.
You guys want to put any money on the fight, by the way? I'm sure you could get some action.
From that first hit, you're probably pretty sure he's going to knock me out at some point.
I mean, that was just a lucky hit, right, Dave?
Right. All right. Just me on him. Here we go. I will target him. I will say skills brawling. Huzzah.
So I'm curious. His dirty fighting shows up. That's weird.
Whoa. I don't want no dirty fighting.
Yeah, he's not using dirty fighting right now anyway.
Right now.
Not sure why he gets a bonus when defending. Must be something he's got. Nope, he parries it though. Oh no, it says you made it. My bad. You had a +5. You rolled a 5, dude. Yeah, you hit him. I don't know why it's not giving damage.
Well, because I did 3 points total, so he takes none.
Oh, I think you're doing it as a skill, and for like we haven't done much unarmed.
It's not in my combat.
So it's not doing it as a weapon. Whatever. He takes a point then. Because 1 point's the minimum.
Hold on. Combat. Trappings.
It would have to be under weapons.
Yeah, I've got knuckle dusters, but is there an unarmed?
Well, for me, if I go to combat, there is an unarmed under it.
If I go to combat, there's unarmed. Will that use my my brawling skill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably what you want.
All right. Well, I'll try that next, but it's his turn.
All right, so no side bets?
Not me.
All right.
Ouch.
My God, he rolled a 1.
Yeah. I will go unarmed combat. Hopefully this uses
you are allowed to tap out at some point too if you want. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, he once again pulls his blow, but it would be 6 minus your toughness bonus and damage.
Mm-hmm.
Which for you is what, 2?
4.
I mean,
my
sorry.
toughness bonus is 4.
It'll be 2 after that. Yeah. Wait, let me double check. Wait, it would have been 14. I want to subtract 8. Yeah, 6. So 2 after your. All right, it is you.
All right.
People are cheering you on. Go, Bernard. They don't know your name. I don't know. Actually, he probably, as long as you gave your name when the guy probably announced you as you were. Here's Bernard, the blacksmith, or however you wanted to be introduced.
Dirty fighting. What?
It was easier to click that. All dirty fighting does is add damage on him, but he's been pulling his punches anyway.
Sure. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious to me that this guy's going to crush me as soon as he decides to start swinging.
Yeah, it looks like.
All right.
So, for the sake of what's going on here, to speed this up a little bit,
sure.
He'd spend a few more rounds pulling punches before they get into it.
Yeah.
Because they want these matches to look close for people, right? That said, I don't really want to roll out another 8 rounds of this. So let's just assume we're past the point where you're poking at each other. Now he's actually trying to knock you out. Okay. Unless at a certain point you're like, no, never mind, man, you got me.
If he hits me pretty good, and I'll probably at some point go down to the mat and just
I gotcha. All right,
wave it off.
Well, let's see what happens, because I mean you could still get a lucky hit in here. So here we go. Did he just? I think it's your turn. We'll just go back to your turn.
No, I hit him. That was my +4, and he defended with a +8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
We'll do it better.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well, not so good on that one. All right, you're up, Dave.
All right.
You finally can tell, you can kind of see a shift in his body as he's like, all right, now I'm going for the knockout. But you were playing rope-a-dope the whole time, apparently. You didn't target him.
God damn it. I'm sorry.
Just do it again. I'll change the number.
All right.
There's an option somewhere that gets rid of, like, doesn't make people on target. I don't know.
Yeah.
He blocks your very good hit.
He's got a 90 in dirty fighting.
I don't know. I think dirty fighting's +1 success level. I'm not sure.
Okay, so he's got an 80.
Something like that. Well, he's the boxer that this guy's giving 10 to 1 odds on. He is spending all his advantage on this
Haymaker.
But it was a pretty bad swing, despite that. You have one thing he doesn't, which is fortune.
Oh.
That said, he didn't connect and is not pulling his punch anymore.
All right.
Gets you right in the solar plexus. Do you want to go down?
Oh yeah,
Stick in
I'm
there.
on,
All right.
I'm on one knee. I'm holding onto a rope, trying to catch my breath at this point.
It was a good fight, ladies and gentlemen. He was so close. Let's all give a round of applause to Bernard, says the showrunner guy, essentially. And Crusher seems like a good sport. He reaches down, helps you up, and pats you on the back. And...
Oh yeah, I'll thank you for not taking my head off in there.
And then you can tell in particular he acts way more tired than he is, and he kind of sits back down and starts panting again. And the guy's like, "Yeah, any more challengers? Take him on now while he's tired." Probably someone runs up and starts treating his little minor wounds because you got to get a heal check in there. Speaking of which,
so how does the undamaging work? All that damage.
I believe it was armor counts double.
Okay.
You do not automatically inflict one. I did that a few times, mostly for you on him. But
right.
No, it's still wounds. You got beat up, but I mean that's essentially what wounds are in this game. Crits are the ones that are actually like real injuries. The rest is just temporary. Right. That said, a heal check can probably give you back a bunch of this potentially.
All right.
Which I don't know if your party was there cheering you on. I mean, at this point, you guys can all be near each other at any given point if you want. So Trent could be there. You know what? The guy will they even have someone who can like look at you if you want.
Okay.
The same guy treating.
Yeah, I'll take a little free treatment.
All right. I'm gonna say for the sake of this, you'll get double HP back, given that it was kind of a pulled punches sort of fight where you weren't like aiming to actually actively kill each other. So let's see here. The person had a real bad roll on you, though. You might want Trent to look at you.
Yeah.
They just flat out failed. Not enough to hurt you, but
thank goodness.
Actually, maybe that would be. That might be a critical whatever.
96, yeah.
That's probably actually a crit. No, because crits are doubles, right? It would have been a 99. It's a crit fail. All right. It was just a failure. I think that would have been an exactly 0 with their intelligence.
All right. I thank them. I go off looking for somebody that can actually help.
Like put a Band-Aid on your arm for a bruise, I guess is what they did. If Trent's there, he might be able to help you. Otherwise, yeah, I'm sure.
I can heal you. Let me heal you.
I think I'll wait on the Priest of Sigmar. He seems to have all the answers lately.
Oh, you saw what I did for that guy in the alley, right?
Yeah. Got him killed, right?
Wait, what'd you do for him?
Got him killed.
There is there is a stall owned by Elvira Kleinston. You're just not meant to be healed today, Dave, is what it is.
I'm going to go take a nap.
That's still something, because he has an intelligence bonus.
No.
Oh, it doesn't give you...
You told me it didn't work that way.
Okay, it probably doesn't, if I told you that. Let me look at it again.
And I would actually agree with the reading of it, you have to succeed to heal anything.
Okay.
But you have to... would only
It'll-
lose you points if I screwed up really badly.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense. Well, so there's also this apothecary stall here owned by Elvira Kleinston, who's got all sorts of herbal remedies for things. Nausea, wounds, wound healing, can help grow your hair back, all sorts of stuff. You could probably get one of those elixirs that heals wounds if you want.
Yeah, that's a
I
little
mean,
more
it's
expensive than I got today.
Yeah.
Now
That's true. You probably actually already have one anyway, somewhere,
that's true.
if you really
Fine.
wanted it.
If I feel the need, I'll swig one down.
When you guys are wandering around some more, you see those of you who didn't help the drunken dwarf get out of the stocks. Basically, if you're not Trent, at some point while you're here, he comes up to you and like begs you for beer money. But he's doing that to everybody. There's kids. There's kids who are like some street urchins are basically selling rotten vegetables to throw at anyone who's in the stocks. If you want to partake in that, that's always a good time. And they're even selling poop. In fact, some of them ask you, "Hey, you got any poop you can give me so we can sell it?"
Gross.
Nice.
Yeah, they're real entrepreneurs.
I'll buy some vegetables for the kids. For my nieces and nephews.
Hell yeah. They throw it at some bum who's in the stocks because he was trying to
How good do they throw it?
pickpocket. Let's find out. Oh, dude, your niece is a natural. Your nephew, even better. Holy shit, this whole family is marksmen. Taken after Aunt Tilly.
They're going to join the party.
Let's see how your sister does. She might as well get in on this too now.
Give me that curse back. I'm going to give it to
Honestly, you guys are all pretty good at this. This dude, that pickpocket, by the time the fourth one hits him right in the face, he's just like, come on.
Our father taught us well.
Yeah. Anyone want to visit a fortune teller?
Ooh, me.
All right.
I'll also visit the fortune teller.
Does she just read generic fortunes, or can I ask her questions?
You can ask her questions, sure.
You pay her money, I'm sure you can ask her whatever you want.
You can pay out of those winnings you had, so this all works out. It's like a shilling to get your fortune right.
Cool. All right, I don't remember what I'm on a quest for. I'm on some.
I don't know what you're on a quest for either.
What I mean, we're on some sort of mission, right?
Not really. You were kind of chasing a job a little bit, but it seemed like you hired other people. Maybe you could have still gotten in there. Like, there's a
I'm
chance.
going to ask her where I can find a big payout.
Yeah. She says that there's a lot. Wait. I bet ChatGPT would be awesome for this. Give me 1 second. Pretend you're a medieval fortune teller. What would you say if I asked you a big payout? Seeker of fortune. Listen. No, I'm not reading all that. Jesus. That's like a novel it just wrote.
Yeah, you can say, tell it to me. Give me a short version.
Seek not gold in idle places, but where danger and opportunity entwine. Ooh. Venture to the bustling market of town and learn the whispers of merchants and gamblers alike. For where coin flows freely, luck may favor the bold. Yeah, she says a bunch of generic shit that says make money where money's to be made.
One time we found a treasure map on someone's head.
Look out for that.
She does actually, as she finishes her generic rambling bullshit, though, and you're walking away, she actually grabs your hand and then looks at you intensely. And this looks less performative than, the rest. Definitely was like, she was putting on a show. She says, beware of a big, rich man. He's going to bring you a lot of danger. Then she lets go of your hand.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. What are you gonna do with that?
All right.
Real
Well,
helpful.
thanks.
All right. Anyone else have things they want to do?
Well, if they have halfling tossing, I'm in for that.
They have hammer tossing, but I don't think they have halfling tossing.
Not necessarily
They have a beer tent.
festival related, and I might have to wait for the festival to be over. But I do want to get a nice haircut that would be befitting a noble. Get some nice duds that would be befitting a noble, and get a second set of fancier teeth that I can swap in for noble events,
Hmm.
and a case to keep the teeth in so that they are not damaged.
All right. You might not do it right here at the fair, but you could certainly do it today if you want.
Yeah, I would imagine probably not the teeth, but like the clothing people, like any store that's any good is probably operating at the fair. So
Yeah. I think somewhere in the book there's actually like fine clothes.
all right, I can look that up and just do it.
Courtly garb, 12 gold. Noble's
Well,
garb features
this-
embellishments such as lace, cuffs, and collars, high quality
isn't-
fabric.
This isn't for court. This is for.
I'm giving you the ballpark here of like cost. 12 gold would be like the really high end of clothing.
Right.
Typical clothing is 6 shillings. So, you know, somewhere in between, I guess you decide what you want to spend, and
Okay.
you can just call it your 3 gold clothes, or, you know, however you want to do it.
Yeah. Maybe that law office will take me seriously then.
Yeah. Might do. All right. So the Zootopia show is about to open, which is exciting. Your nephews and nieces want to see all these strange creatures.
Yeah, let's do it.
Anyone else want to go to that? You've been seeing signs all day about.
What's it cost to get in the tent?
It's a great question that I don't think this thing actually answered. We're gonna say 1 shilling. That seems to be the.
I
cost for
can
everything.
I can swing that.
Sure, Bernardo held in too.
Yeah, okay.
So you guys get there like right before it opens, and you know, the guys yelling to the crowd, roll up. In just a few minutes, you'll witness the most original, astounding display of zoological creatures, curiosities ever placed on exhibit in the entire length and breadth of our glorious empire. Most of the cages are, you know, covered in tarps because the show hasn't started yet. There's kind of like a big tent, so it's kind of an enclosed area. You see one of them peering out of one of the cages is like a little goblin with well, basically you see him like tugging on his neck collar, and it actually snaps, and he starts bolting, and he's basically running right towards you guys because you're by the door. Most of the common people are like, ah, and they start spreading and running and getting in the way. And the show guy's like, oh, grab that goblin. Do any of you wish to assist, or just let it run by you?
I'll grab that goblin.
Hell yeah, grab that goblin. Give me a brawling test.
I will stand behind Tilly to grab the goblin when she fails.
And if she fails, you can give me a brawling test.
Ooh, I'm in a weird venue. Character.
You don't need to target anything either. You can just roll brawling.
Is that a? What kind of skill is that? Is that a talent?
It's melee. If you don't have any, let me look at your sheet. If you don't have any
basic? Melee.
Not basic. It would just be melee without the word basic. Oh, that thing scoots right by you. It's so fast, but it zigs right into Griff, who tries to grab it.
Sneaky git.
You get a good look at this thing as it's scooting by. Wow.
Damn my metal leg.
Well, probably the thing that's making it so quick and agile is now that you're looking at it, it's got 3 legs. So it is a bit of a freak. So it dodges quickly, it zigs, it zags. Anyone else trying to grab this thing? Otherwise...
Sure, I'll grab it.
I'm not
I'd be
grabbing
happy to shoot it.
Dave, you can't brawl. We've seen that already.
That's true.
Oh my god. Bernard grabs it. Gets it by its 3rd leg. Which is not a metaphor. Or a simile. Or a... What's... I don't know what that'd be. I'm not going to...
euphemism.
Thank you. That's the word. The Dr. Malthusius runs up to you. He's very grateful that you caught the goblin, and he hands it over to his guy who, manages the stuff, and they lead it back and shackle it up again, and he thanks you profusely, gives you a shilling, and also lets you in for free.
Yeah. Nice.
So you get your shilling back and another shilling, and the 2 of you who tried, he waives the entrance fee for you guys too, for as a thank you for helping. So anyway, you guys get in, and your nieces and nephews are very excited that they just saw a goblin, a scary, scary goblin. With all of them must have 3 legs like that.
It's true, they do.
As the show goes on, you see an array of creatures: the horrendously hairy horror of Hockland, which seems to be a ape. The dastardly one-eyed dog of Dicedorf, which you think this is actually a mutant because it seems to be a person with a single eye on their forehead. Probably illegal to actually have this in a show. The immeasurable maw of the Middle Mountains, which is a relatively small squig, which I don't actually know what a squig is in Warhammer. Let's find out. Warhammer. Squig.
They're kind of
Squig, short for squiggly beasts, are considered to be the simplest form of greenskin life. They're what, Adam? What'd you call them?
They're like weird pink orcs. They're like pigs.
Yeah, this is weird. Why can I not copy this image? Put it in the Hackmaster channel. How did you know that?
Oh, I know Warhammer.
Do you? From what?
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then what else we got? Oh, the ghastly 3-legged goblin of Grisdenwald, which you've met. So the show goes on. They show you all these different things. As he's bringing the goblin out again, it bites the hand. Not like the main doctor dude, but like the guy who handles all the animals. It bites that dude's hand and starts running off the other way out of the tent this time. And the crowd screams and shouts again because, most people are terrified of any of this sort of thing. You guys really aren't close enough to catch it. But it goes booking out like the backside of the tent and like scoots under, where the tent like reaches the ground. Because it's like small enough that it can get up between the areas where it's staked. It takes off. People go screaming and running out of the tent. It's all very dramatic. You guys are probably not too impressed based on the things you've seen in your life, but
This show's out of control.
it is out of control.
Madness.
And the watch actually ends up showing up to find out what went on.
I check
What's
them
all this
out,
disturbance in here?
see if they're better than we were or if they're worse than we were.
Who's they? Oh, the watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a perception roll.
Stop calling for those.
That's the I believe that is the skill of Watchman. That's like the career skill. Heck yeah, good night, hug. Yeah, you don't know.
They seem way worse than us.
They seem to care that much. Like they seem like they're not just here to shake the guy down. That's different. Whether or not they're better at their job, who knows?
I don't like them.
But they start kind of asking around, what happened, and the crowd who didn't run out can say, yeah, it was a 3-legged goblin and it ran off. And it immediately raises questions when they see the guy with the third eye on his head, given that he's a mutant and mutants are illegal. So they start yelling at this guy that he's going to have to pay some fines for obviously bringing such a treacherous thing into here. Oh, I had no idea that it was a true mutant, sir. I thought they were just born that way in that land there. He's trying to talk his way out of it, and basically it's going to turn into fines for him. There's the issue of some sort of goblins out on the run now, out in the middle of the fair. What are you going to do about it? And Dr. Malthusius is like, I bet these gentlemen here, they caught the creature once already. I bet they'll do it again. 5 crowns, sirs. What do you say? Will you catch that goblin for me? Put these watchmen at ease.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen.
Money's money, right? I'll take
Does he
that
have
job.
a name?
The goblin?
Yeah.
Let's call him Grunt.
Grunt.
I mean, I don't know what his name is. I can't speak to him.
We'll find Grunt for you.
Cultured greenskins.
I thought he was a goblin.
Greenskins are goblins.
Oh, okay.
And whatnot.
All right. I go that way.
The watch is happy you're going to do that, and there's kind of like a magistrate who came in during this because he got involved when it turned out there was some illegal stuff going on in here. So
I want to make sure I get clothes at least as nice as his clothes, a little bit better. So I'm going to ballpark it.
You should just kill him and take his, then problem solved.
Let's not.
So Malthius, the guy who owned the goblin, essentially is offering you 5 crowns for its return. The magistrate actually offers you 5 crowns as well out of the town's purse. He doesn't really care if it's dead or alive. He just wants to make sure, you guys take care of this and
all right,
catch this thing because there's a fair going on. He doesn't want this thing attacking people or disrupting it or whatever. And already, like, while you were in here talking, some of the guard already can see that it ran to like a grate that goes to the sewer and went down in there.
Well, we have vast experience with sewers.
True, we do.
Great.
Tilly doesn't.
That's true. Has this kind of thing escaped before?
This kind of thing?
Yeah. Like,
no, I run a tight ship here. Nothing's ever escaped from me before. I don't know. That thing must have the devil's own look. Except he doesn't say devil. I'm sure he says one of the chaos gods. Nurgle's pestilence. Let's see.
Horn.
Zinch? I forgot how to pronounce that one.
Yeah.
Zinch's own luck. I think was he the luck one? He's the chaos one. I guess they're all chaos, but it's getting on towards evening, but certainly you could go down if you wish. The town, the magistrate here is also going to offer you free room and board at the Journey's End, which is a inn near the east side of town.
Sure.
So if you need to, you can drop anything there you want in your room. Like, you guys basically will get like a couple private rooms. And there's a couple. There are various manhole covers to get down to the sewer. There's plenty of grates that aren't actually meant to be exits and entrances, and then there's actual manholes. This thing went down a grate. The guard can point out to you like where maybe the nearest manhole cover is, which isn't too far away. But unless any of you are like halfling sized, you're not going to be able to go down the same grade that the goblin did.
All right, let's find a way down then.
You may want a light source.
I have a lantern.
There you go. You may not want to bring your fancy clothes.
Before we go, I asked what kind of food these creatures like to eat. Like, what's their favorite treat?
Goblins? That thing will eat anything, but it's especially fond of meat. Hey.
All right.
Hey, Jonas. I think Dr. Malthus is yelling at the handler guy. Get him some. Give him some of the slop we give that goblin. The guy comes over with like some raw, probably rabbit or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Puts a little bit of it in a sack and hands it to you.
All right. Oh, thanks.
No, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. You're doing a real civic duty here. He keeps saying loudly because the guards and the magistrate are still around. This guy obviously doesn't really give a shit other than, he's putting on the good citizen act right now because he got in a little bit of hot water.
What does Tefania and the nieces and nephews think about this?
So Tefania was probably pretty scared by the goblin. Your nieces and nephews, the younger ones are crying and maybe one peed himself, but the older ones thought it was super cool. But either way, you've been here, you've been doing stuff all day. It's getting on towards evening, so probably they're ready to be heading home.
Okay.
It's a very eventful day for them.
All right. I wish them farewell.
Now you got to name your niece and your two nephews.
Nah.
Tefania, Lafania, Natanya, Didania.
I tell her I am going to crash at your place later. I might need a bath.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you might. All right. You guys heading down into the sewer? Hey, they say there's a sewer map? Let me see this. Oh. That's a different kind of sewer map. Okay. Well, is anyone not going?
I think we're all going.
All right. So they lead you to the nearest manhole cover, which is not super close. You guys, let's see. You guys are kind of like down here right now. There we go.
Okay.
And the manhole cover is like more over here. It's not like super far, but it's, like a block away.
Your niece and nephew are coming too, right?
I was kind of gauging interest, and it doesn't seem.
I mean, they could have gone down that first cover. Like, great, could be
send them on
be in the case.
Yeah, you guys could take care of it.
Here's a crossbow. Good luck.
I'll give you 50% of the 5 gold. Yeah. All right. So there is a manhole cover. It goes down about 8 feet. But then so like the watch actually brings a ladder for you. It's not like this is a built-in ladder into the thing. Like they bring an 8-foot ladder and shove it down the hole for you. They're like, there you go. So to climb down on there and then safely get onto a walkway requires an average athletics test. The first person down there could probably assist other people afterwards and give them a +40 instead of a +20 on the athletics test. So you might want to send down like your most athletic person first.
So I guess my question is, with my injuries, would it be more difficult for me to make the climb down there?
Yeah, your agility's kind of crap right now, but let's see. You still might be okay.
Then I probably like. Is there anything I can do to help?
You're at 23 agility, so if someone is down there first, like you'd be at a 63 on your check. It's not the worst ever, but certainly you're not super mobile.
Right, but what if we have to get out quickly?
Yeah, if you got to do it quickly, you're not going to be doing anything quickly right now.
Okay. Is there anything I can do to help that isn't like, being in there? Like, I don't know.
If you can think of something, maybe, but I don't have anything to suggest.
Okay. All right, I guess
like right now, the goblin went out the back of the carnival tent and slipped down like a sewer grate right there, and it's probably down there somewhere. But until you go look, like you want to.
Gotcha. All right, well, I'll go with the party and risk it.
All right, well, who's going first?
Not
Who among
me.
you?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Athletics doesn't use my legs, does it?
What? Yeah, athletics uses your legs. Are you
Damn.
injured too?
For like another 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm -10 to things that involve moving.
You guys are all messed up. Yeah, all right. Do it, Dave. I believe in you.
Athletics?
At plus 20. Wow.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm going to re-roll that.
That's probably smart. Especially since it's probably a shorter session.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was barely a failure, so let me see here. Failing means you slip and fall into the sewage. Damage is halved. So what I'm going to say is you take no damage. You just barely failed. But you're going from the ladder to the walkway. You step on a slippery spot. You didn't quite have the right balance. You slip off there's kind of like 3-foot walkways on either side and like 5-foot channel of sewage. You step into it. You kind of catch yourself on the ledge, but both of your legs go down into it. And you get sewage up to about just above your knees on both feet before you pick yourself up. So you got a good dousing. You stink, but you didn't get hurt, I guess.
Let's all do something else.
But you're like covered in sewage from more or less the waist down. And I mean, it's basically poop and whatever. I mean, there's rainwater and shit too. But,
I know someone who needed some of that.
Yeah, those kids should have just been a little more enterprising. Start hauling it up. You could make bank. All right, so anyone else going down, assuming Dave helps you, you get a plus 40 on your check.
Yeah, I'll go down.
All right, I believe in you, Al.
You said it's athletics?
Yep, I believe in you. The guard will leave the ladder here, and they're going to leave someone at the top. Dirk makes it look easy. He's got a broken back, and he's just like, whatever. I don't even need your hand. Thanks, man. Trent, same. Griff, same. All right, Tilly.
I showed them how not to do it.
At plus 40, yeah.
Plus 40.
Oh, although...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh.
Okay. Well, Tilly,
I learned everything I know from Dave.
There's just so many people on the ledge that when you go down to roll over, they hadn't quite spread out enough, and Bernard goes to catch you and pull you, like hand you the hand so you can get off the ladder over onto the ledge, and I don't know, you slip and down you go into the sewage, fully covered, head to toe. You know, you got the bath coming later. It's fine.
Yeah. He's so gross.
Give me one more athletic. Give me one more athletics check. What is your toughness?
I don't know.
So the toughness bonus. Oh, look. 44. So toughness bonus is 4. You took only 1 damage.
Okay.
But you are covered in sewage. I got the damage on you.
Oh.
Basically, you slipped, you fell down. The sewage in this channel seems to be about 4 feet deep, so like you stand back up and you're. But man, you got fully sploshed.
Blah, blah.
That said, now. Oh shit! I closed my PDF. You know what? Let me try doing it through the game. Maybe that'll work. You have a general sense of which direction you'd go back in to be where the goblin came down. At least right now, it's pretty easy because you just came down. You're like, yeah, it's back that way. Anyone got navigation?
That sounds like something Tilly might have.
By the
Yeah.
way, it stinks down here.
Navigation is a
Griff apparently knows where you just came from and which way to go.
oh my god.
Useless above ground. Expert in the sewers.
So while you're in the sewers, Tilly and Bernard both lost their sense of direction, I guess, when they slipped, and Tilly in particular lost track of which way is which. I'm going to go back to the landing page here just to... That way we have your tokens if we do. So as you start walking through here, Tilly's convinced it's the opposite direction, but most of the rest of the party is like, nah, actually, you all kind of suck, huh? Trent, give me a roll. Let's see where you navigation roll. Yeah, you guys are just, okay. It takes you a while. You end up going off in the wrong direction at first, until obviously you're going the wrong way. Takes you longer than you would like to get back going in the right direction to where the goblin came down. And really, you only finally realize you're there because you see a guard standing up above the grate. And he's like, oh, we thought you guys got lost down there. We've been waiting. There's guards posted at where you guys went down, but there's also a guard posted like where the goblin went down, just in case it comes back up. So that's how you know you finally found the right grate, is because there's a guard up above it who will converse with you. He's like 10 feet above you, mind you, 10 or 12 feet. But walking around down here on these ledges is not a big deal as long as you're moving at walk speed. If you start trying to run down here, you will need athletics checks not to slip and fall. It stinks pretty bad down here, and you need Dave's lantern to be able to see, or a torch. I don't know if the rest of you have light, but definitely need light down here, especially as it's getting on towards evening. Like there's less and less light coming in through sewer grates and stuff. But even then, during the day, there wouldn't be a whole lot of light coming down. I don't know. I'll just tell you this because maybe you'll remember. I doubt I will. You get a +10 modifier on all sound-based perception checks down here because sounds echo.
I listen for the goblin.
You listen for the goblin. Well, you don't hear anything right now. Also, everyone give me an average, which is +20 endurance test to see how you're dealing with the smell of this place. Or in this case, the smell of Tilly.
Hey, Dave stinks too.
That seems worth a fortune point. But
Jesus.
much better.
Did anyone succeed? Okay, Bernard succeeded.
Again?
Dirk succeeded. All right. Those of you who fail, you feel a little nauseous. It doesn't directly do anything. But if you fail a movement-related check at some point, not combat, but like jumping or, moving, running fast or something, if you end up having to make a check like that and you fail it, like your nausea actually kind of overcomes you and you kind of like lose a round stunned as you're like dry heaving or maybe real heaving. You're not enjoying the smell down here, really is what it amounts to. At the moment, that's not a particular penalty, but it could be in certain circumstances. All right, so you did find where the goblin came down, and if you would like to try tracking it, anyone with a track skill could give that a shot.
Ooh. I'm good at that.
You say that now, but...
That involves hearing, I think.
Tracking. Track.
200, that's real
Good
bad.
roll. Oh, I was going to say, the other thing is sight-based perception checks are at -10s down here due to the low light.
Oh. Well, I rolled a 30.
Yeah, you're fine. That wasn't a perception. Well, I mean, it didn't matter for this roll anyway. And you still made it. Yeah, you can actually see little goblin footprints on the ledge here where it
Sets
came
of
down,
3.
dropped on the ground. Yeah, the set of 3 legs makes it stand out, and it's leading kind of like northwest, which would be like deeper into the city, essentially, almost back the way you came, really. But now you've got a trail to follow.
I'm on the trail, boys. This
So
way.
I'm assuming you guys are just gonna do that. That's the plan.
Sounds good.
So let me see here as you're going around, if and what happens. As you're walking along, occasionally you're getting glimpses of like a ripple in the sewage, and like you're like, there's got to be something in there. That's not just gas. But unless you want to jump in the sewage and poke around, like nothing ever seems to come of it, other than there's just kind of, you're always getting the sense there's something in that sewage moving around.
All right, I tell everyone to stop, and then I wait for the bubble with my crossbow aimed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ooh, me too, with my crossbow gun.
Okay. Let's see then. Yeah, you see you stop, you wait a little while, and you see like you see some movement, like the sewage moves and like some bubbles come up, and you're doing what?
I'm gonna shoot at it where I think it would be.
Sure, give me a crossbow shot at, I don't know, call it -20.
-20. All right.
Yeah, that'll hit. What does that do? Give me a sec. $16 damage. Good shot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went plus 20. Subtract 40 from that.
Okay. That's fine. So 12 damage. You get a view of what it is due to this, though. It's almost... Oops. It's almost like a jelly-like, blobbish creature. And you see, like, as your crossbow bolt shoots down into it, you can see it's just below the surface of the sewage. All these tentacles kind of, like, flail out, but they're all part of the same blob. It's not like they're... It's not like a creature with tentacles. It's more like it's all one thing, like a big jelly or a big, amoeba in this case. I think it says on the name for you guys. I don't know. It does for me at least.
How big is this thing?
A little bit bigger than man-sized. You think it's hard to tell because you're seeing it thrash around as your bolt hits it, but it quickly dives back under, and you see like ripples moving away from you guys as it's taken off, and like quickly, like it's going to be beyond whatever your light range is. So
Go get it.
you definitely shot it.
Go after it.
You probably
Bernard, go get
you
it.
probably see your bolt like going off with it, but
Do I think I could throw my net around it?
But why?
it's hard to say. Like you could try. Yes, your net is big enough. Whether or not it could like ooze through your net, who knows? Like the thing is kind of like an amorphous blob in a way.
Okay.
You don't have a good idea of if that would work or not.
Do any of the cities out here use like creatures for sewage collection?
Not that you've heard of, especially not like this.
All right.
I don't know that you would ever heard. I don't know that you would have ever heard of this before.
Sewer monsters?
Yeah, like this
An
sort
alligator?
of amoeba type thing. You guys keep moving on though. You're following the tracks. You don't see ripples in the water next to you anymore. And the smell is getting worse. Does anyone have engineering or geology?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that won't do it. Or if you do not have those, a straight up intelligence roll.
Maybe I was only gonna get engineering and I did.
So close, Bernard. Just reverse those. No, that wouldn't work either.
Yep.
I got it.
Wow, you have the worst rolls tonight, Andrew.
That was the
fail.
goblin. It's getting away.
I smell the goblin. We're getting closer. Dirk, give me an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Or engineering if you have it, but I doubt you do.
I don't have it.
Tilly, I don't know if you rolled either.
Sorry, what was the roll?
Intelligence or engineering if you have it.
Oh, I didn't know we could roll intelligence. Nope.
So close. All right, well, none of you have a particularly good guess of what it means as the smell gets a lot stronger. Methane.
Oh, said louder.
Yeah, I started to say that.
I'm gonna
Suddenly,
blow us all up later. It's gonna be great.
well, later is now. Suddenly, Dave, your lantern explodes. Kind of the area around you explodes. The smell smell gets a lot better all of a sudden.
I didn't know using a fire lantern. Dummy.
However, I rolled a 4 for the damage, and armor and toughness soak as normal. So, probably you all take just 1 wound, unless you have exceptionally bad armor and toughness. But it would be 4 minus armor and toughness. As kind of the lantern ignites a pocket of methane you guys stumbled into, where for whatever reason it's not venting well here.
Minimum 1 damage.
Minimum 1 damage.
Is it dark? Did it get dark?
Well, it got real bright for a second, and then, yeah, it got dark. Also, I could tell you all to roll this, but I think I can just do it for you. Let's see, endurance. Everybody passed their endurance test by a lot, except for Tilly. Tilly, would you like to spend a fortune point to reroll? Can you guys see the result? There it is.
Is that the session-based one?
Yeah.
Yeah, then yeah.
Yeah, just go make an endurance roll on your own then.
Okay.
Why? You know what? I don't think you all should have succeeded because I think it was giving you a plus something. There's no way Tilly's got a 74 endurance. It was giving you all plus 20. Still, everyone but Dirk made it then. Dirk, do you want to spend a fortune point and reroll? It looks like you failed. I just accidentally had a plus 20 on the roll.
Yeah, I do.
All right, go ahead.
All right, one sec.
So this is basically as the explosion occurs, you all barely took any damage, but and every single one that was intelligence, but the roll is good enough, so I'll keep it. You all keep your feet, and so no one got blasted into the actual sewage. You are all deafened and stunned for a number of rounds that I could calculate, but really doesn't matter because after a few rounds you're fine. But basically the explosion kind of leaves you reeling, clutching your ears, and mildly on fire. You guys are all at least somewhat on fire. You can stop, drop, and roll if you want. Sewage for sure will put you out if you want to jump into it. Otherwise, just, athletics test is trying to get the fire on you put out before it starts doing damage. I could do a group roll for everyone if that's easier.
Sure.
Sound good.
Is there a bonus on it? No.
No bonus for stop being on fire?
Really not. Dirk, you get the fire put out easily. Trent, you're close enough. I'm going to give it to you. Griff, you're close enough. I'm going to give it to you. Bernard and Tilly are on fire. And as you're patting yourself down, trying to get it out, it's not working. Bernard, probably because you're the one holding the lantern. I guess Tilly was just standing close to you. Probably when it exploded, some of the fuel from it got on you guys.
Yeah, we're keeping the smelliest members next to each other.
You know what? I'm already smelly. I don't think a dip in the sewage is going to hurt me that much more.
You going in?
Monster in there.
Well, it's no, you scared it off. I'll jump on in.
How about you, Tilly?
Fine.
Your option is that, or I roll a d10 damage for you right now. So take your pick.
No, don't. Keep the fire going or we won't be able to see.
That's true.
I'll take the D10. I'm not afraid.
All right.
I saw what's in there.
So, Dave, you're trying to pat the fire out. You see it's not working. You're like, fuck it. You jump in the sewage. Tilly, you take 8 damage minus your toughness minus whatever your least armored spot is.
You'll have to just tell me what that number is.
You gotta
Go to the trappings tab. Or no, go to the combat tab, rather.
Your arms do not have armor, so you're 4 damage to you.
Okay. That's nothing.
You are, however, still on
Nothing
fire.
so far.
You have to continue to try to put it out.
Oh, well, that's the downside.
I will help with, I don't know.
That's fine. If people are
giant
helping,
cape I must have or something.
If people are helping, if everybody who's still up there is helping, I'll give you a plus 40 to put it out.
Yeah.
Well,
Meanwhile,
To help you, they throw you in the sewage.
Doesn't work, we'll just throw you on Bernard.
so give me one more athletics roll, Adam. You can get a
Okay.
plus 40 on this one. Dave, you got in there before you were, scorched.
Yeah.
Adam, you get it put out thanks to your party members, smacking you with whatever it is they're smacking you with. Although they're getting sewage all over their hands, feels bad for them. And we're going to give it a 20% chance that Amoeba's hanging around. Damn, Dave, that was unlucky.
Well, I couldn't have survived a D10 of fire anyway.
Yeah, no, this is probably better for you. So Dave's down. Let's say this is the ledge, right? You guys are up here. Dave is down in the sewage. And we'll just say you were heading... Dave would have been in front, right?
Yep.
Whatever. It doesn't really matter. You guys are pretty close together. You see... Actually, you don't see anything because it's dark as hell as soon as those flames on Tilly go out. So let's do this. Let's just ask people what they're doing. You guys just padded the flames out on Tilly. It got real dark in here. You're pretty sure you saw Bernard go down into the sewage. You probably hear him splashing around in there. But it's dark. I'm going to ask Dave first. What are you doing?
Well, as soon as the fire's out, I'm getting out of the water.
Okay. So you were trying to climb back up. Tilly, what are you doing? Or is anyone doing anything, really?
Want to get out of here.
What does that mean?
I
Like,
want to go
leave-
back the
leave
way
the
we
sewer?
came.
Oh, okay. All right. You'd have to feel along the wall in the dark to do that. That's fine.
Sure.
The rest of you do anything?
The only thing I have that makes light only makes light for like half a second. So
A gun?
I do have. I don't know why a healing drought would help with fire damage to your skin, but I guess it's magic.
It technically would.
But I will secure it from my pouch so it's ready for Tilly when I can see something.
All right. Dave, go ahead and give me an athletics roll to haul yourself up out of the sewage. You are very slippery and are unable to pull yourself out. You
All right.
hear rippling in the water coming towards you. Actually, every single person here is rippling in the water.
What?
A little help here.
Yeah, I will try to help Dave up if I can.
All right. Let's see. Dave, give me another athletics. You can have plus 20. But it's pretty dark, man. Man, you grab onto something, it turns out that it's Trent's hand, and he hauls you right up out of there.
I think that thing is back. Maybe we should leave.
Maybe. Let's make this 50-50. Dave, you're odd. You're odd.
Well, thank you.
Give me a dodge roll. Not that you really know you're dodging, but you can hit the dodge button.
Dodge.
Actually, you know what? In this case, unopposed would make the most sense, and it's better for you anyway. You hear some wet slapping sounds next to you as you're like pulled up. Like right as Trent hauls you up, you hear like wet slapping sounds on the side of the like sewage channel, right where you were. And then you hear the water rippling again.
Okay, as in water rippling, as in leaving?
Movement.
Okay.
Not obviously leaving, no.
All right.
It is very dark. You can start making your way back the way you came, but it'll be slow going.
I'll start going back the way I came.
Does anyone else have light or no?
No.
Hey, Dave,
No.
you could... One more thing. Give me an engineering roll. Maybe you can still use your lantern. Maybe the glass part's just shattered. You might be able to relight this. There might be some fuel left in it if you want to give it a try.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Well, I guess that's what I guess that's what I did the engineering roll for. You
Sure.
So apparently it blew the glass out, part of it, or whatever. I'm not real sure how I don't even know if they would have glass. I'm thinking like more modern day lantern. I think really probably it caused an explosion. The flame went out, but you are able to relight it due to your engineering roll. So you actually do have light again. With that roll, you see the water is kind of bubbling and churning a bit where you were. But as the light comes on, it starts moving away again.
All right.
Billy, I give you a little vial and tell you to drink it.
Okay. How much do I get back,
You-
Derek?
You get your toughness back
I
in
don't know. Was it a healing potion?
As far as I do have 2 different kinds of potions, but I keep them in different pouches.
It's Nightshade. No, that's fine.
I used up all my poison.
Where do you find
That-
your toughness?
So on
Is
the
that
main
TT
tab,
on your-
it's
on
T.
your main
Yeah.
page?
Toughness bonus.
4.
Okay.
The healing
Okay.
drought looks like it. You know what? I'm going to target Tilly and hit the button, and maybe it'll work.
Okay, that's what I healed, so we're good.
Did it show a roll? It didn't even show a roll. It just did it.
It doesn't roll. It's just your toughness back in
Oh, okay.
health.
And it used one
Once
up from your
per
inventory.
encounter.
That's handy.
Oh, that's not handy. Just a moment.
Oh, you'd already done one? My bad. Well, then put one back on. But all right. So here you are back in the city. You guys leaving, or are you following the trail now that you have light? Either way is fine.
We can keep following the trail.
Sure, let's keep going.
All right, let me pull this up again.
Sure, if we leave, it'll have escaped by morning or whatever.
As long as we find a goblin and like cut its head off, we can claim victory.
And maybe tape on another limb.
You guys are going down the path. I mean, you're coming to sewer junctions. There's offshooting tunnels, all that, but Tilly's like on the track basically this whole time. So I just assume you're following that route. Something Dirk and Trent notice as you're crossing one particular junction, though, is the trail continues this way, but kind of off down the tunnel a little bit, you actually see a door, which you hadn't really seen before down here. You do not have to do anything with it. It's not like on your path, but I'm just letting you know, like, oh, that's weird. We haven't seen that before.
We can come back.
Well, when opportunity knocks, Sigmar has shown us this door.
He's gone.
Maybe it's the goblin's house. Tilly, you've become encumbered, or something.
What?
I don't know what that symbol means. Does that mean you've been here already?
That's probably what the healing drought did. I don't know why it puts an effect on.
You can only use one per encounter,
Oh, okay.
but it's not real hard to remember.
Yeah, I'll just delete it. It's fine. I don't know what like does the passage of time in this game to clear that sort of thing, or to take down your.
I want to go check out this door. It'd be where the goblin lives.
Obviously, the path goes off in another direction. Why would we do that?
Maybe there's a shop. Who knows? It could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Could be a boat. All right. One moment. As you get closer to it, you can see some strips of light coming. Well, I guess you could have seen this anyway. Some strips of light coming from the far side of it. But as you get closer, you can see that the door is kind of rickety and like it's almost like a homemade door someone put there, as opposed to some well-made. I don't know. It's not like your typical door you'd find in a house, like a nicely fitted door. It's like someone definitely jury-rigged some other door into it, like a gap here.
Does it have like hinges, or is it just kind of like stuck in the open?
Yeah, it has hinges, and it swings inward, it looks like.
Fancy.
Not really that fancy.
It's hard to put hinges on a stone wall.
I mean,
Well-
for a sewer door, that's pretty fancy.
This area is under our jurisdiction at the moment, so I will open the door.
Brent and Dirk. Wait, no, that was the last test. What did that just do? Did a resistance roll to Tilly's percent? What? Okay, hold on. I only rolled for one person. That was the problem. Why is everyone... Oh, I had Tilly targeted. Oh, that's gonna suck.
Wow, good job, Tilly.
Yeah. Tilly, you beat everybody. Good job.
Haha.
You
Dirk.
beat Trent 5 times.
Actually, this makes the most sense. Dirk, you actually, as Griff is going to open the door. I mean, as Castor's going to open the door, you see kind of a sign scrawled above it, and I need to look at your character sheet. God damn it, I'm still targeting Tilly. Dirk, you see a sign above the doorway, and it's like a thief sign that indicates this is a safe house. This is probably, like, based on your knowledge of that profession, this is probably a place where thieves potentially congregate, store goods, hide out from the law, trade black market shit. Not like you go here to shop or anything, but like if you were a thief in this area, this would be a place you might go to be safe. And there could potentially be a bunch of thieves in there. Or none. But in your opinion, typically they would not enjoy having uninvited guests.
Sure. I mean I'm not divulging, trade secrets, but I will caution the party and say, like, I'll point to the sign and say, anyone know what that means? Yeah.
All right, so I open the door.
Yep. All right. It is locked, Griff. Would you like to either pick the lock or break it down?
It's locked.
Or rather you go to turn the handle and it won't turn, and you give it a shove and it won't open by itself. So you assume that's a lock.
I think the goblin's probably in here.
I doubt it.
To stare at the camera until you make a decision.
I'm all for following the footsteps, not opening random doors. But it sounds like the rest of the party wants to open random doors. So
I'm with
Well,
Dave.
so far it
stick to the
sounds
plan.
like Griff went up to the door, tried the knob, and it was locked, and then stood there in silence. That's what I'm getting so far.
I said it was locked.
Yeah, what are you doing after that?
I was waiting for input from my party.
oh well, looks like we got to follow the footprints.
Oh, okay.
Good communication skills. All right. You continue following these tracks. You're like, we have to have gone damn near to the other side of town by now. You have no real sense of where exactly in the town you'd be, though. A couple times you pass where you see like smaller pipes that are heading off that probably spill sewage out into like nearby river and stuff. Those are all like 2 feet tall. Like you would have to squeeze through there if you ever wanted to go out that way. Shawshank Redemption, your way out of here. Finally, these tracks come right up to a door that you... Oh, hold on. Just close my PDF again. There's a stout wooden door set into the wall of the sewer. The tracks lead right to it. This door is much better made than that other one. There's a like a little square viewport with like iron bars on it in the door. This is basically a dark and darker dungeon door, for those of you familiar. You can see there's a smoky torch burning, like through the hole in the door. You can see there's a room in there with a torch burning on the wall, casting flickering shadows around the room, and you see traces of green-black blood on the bars of that like door window, essentially.
I think the goblin went this way.
Probably.
I go to open the door.
This one opens.
Plug?
I think I might have a map. Hold on. I think he was Grunt, right? Although Klug would have been better. So this probably need to make visible. Jilly, Trent, Caster, Dirk. Let's give Dave some light. I don't know if you can see the door, but it's right like in front of Griff and Bernard. I said there was a torch in there, but I don't see a light on the map, so I better do that. Let's just put one there. Let's put a second one here. And that is, let's just make it bigger. All right, that should be a decent amount of light, I think. Maybe. Okay. I gotta get a PDF open. I keep trying to use it in game, but every time I do anything, it closes. Just super annoying. All right. Eric, you don't have the Holy Visions talent, do you?
Nope.
Okay. I didn't think so, but just checking. So you guys can, it's not paused. You can walk in there, should you desire. You can actually see what's going on. Griff's like, nope. Well, as you peek through the door, you can see a, and it's not even a pentagram. What is that? An octagram? What would you call it? Octagram, yeah. It's about 15 feet in diameter. There's an engraved circle of copper around it, probably about 3 inches thick. The octagram's painted in blue paint. There's a silver candlestick at like each point of the octagram.
You can always find the worst stuff.
Mm-hmm. And as you open the door fully, like as you open the door to go in, this would be Griff. You actually like, as you were opening the door, it moved the body, like the remains, with barely any meat on them anymore, of a small creature with 3 legs. Hard to be sure it's the goblin other than the 3 legs part.
Just take it and go.
because
Mission
it looks like almost all the flesh has been like removed from the bones. Probably chewed off or something would be your guess, because it's not like it's perfectly stripped, like it was dipped in acid or something. But like, you know, like if you throw a dog a steak bone or something, it's gonna gnaw that thing down.
Yeah. Are we sticking around to investigate this, or are we just grabbing the body and going?
I mean, we got free rooms at Journey's End. Just gotta pick up this carcass.
I'm good with grab the body and go.
Grab it and go. Yeah. We
Yeah,
can
I'm
come
in
back
no
later.
position in case there's like
We can let
something
the authorities know about this clearly evil place, and you know, they can deal with it.
Sounds good to me.
Our octograms with bovine horned things in the middle, is that consistent with evil? It feels consistent with evil.
It definitely is putting up a few red flags. Yeah.
Well, I'll try to casual like pull the carcass out here and then shut the door.
As you reach in and start pulling the carcass, you see some smoke rising right from the center of the octagram. It's kind of like a black. It's a black smoke with like some blue and pink like flecks in it, and you see it starting to like form into a horned, fanged creature. But
I'm just gonna go real fast.
I was gonna say it took long enough for it to coalesce that you're kind of like yoink,
and then I'll shut the door and say time to go.
That's fine. Andrew and only Andrew, give me a cool check.
I don't care for that. My cool's not real good to begin with.
Good enough. Definitely what you saw looked scary, but not in a way that you're like, I'm not even grabbing this body, I'm just leaving. So you got the body, the remains out. I assume you do not have theology or lore chaos.
Those are my next 2 skill purchases.
Okay. I'm guessing probably no one else really saw it, because Andrew opened the door, grabbed the body, and like pulled it right back out, and shut the door. Time to leave?
Yeah. Sure. If he says there's something scary in there and we should go, then let's go.
All right. You give me navigation roll. Or track. You can track yourself back, probably.
I'll track us out of here.
I remember it perfectly.
I did not give you a bonus, but you would have had one, so don't worry. You made it. Okay. You've got like 5 sets of footprints to follow backwards.
True.
You do on the way back. It's taking you some time because you're moving at a safe pace, and Dirk there's at half speed. So altogether, you've probably been down here for, I don't know, a few hours. As you're maybe like halfway back, you see up ahead that one of like the cross sewer channels has been blocked a little bit. The sewage is piling up a little bit right there. There's a really big rat sitting on top of something that's blocking it, and it's looking at you with its beady eyes. And it's just kind of staring at you. This is kind of like as you get close enough for the light to actually, start being reflected in its eyes. You can just barely see it up ahead. But it's probably like a big dog-sized rat. Sitting on something. There's something blocking the sewer passage there. And this is a way you've come before, and it wasn't blocked before, so something's changed here.
When you say something, you mean like
an
obstacle?
You can't.
Like a creature?
Something is like in the sewage causing it to be blocked up, but the sewage is kind of flowing over it, so you can't tell. And the rat is kind of on top of whatever that is.
Take a shot at it. Let's go.
I'll shoot the rat.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a... Just yeah, just make a crossbow roll.
Okay. I'm going to assume I
You get-
reloaded.
You should spend a turn aiming too.
Yeah, if he's gonna sit there and stare, just take all the time you want.
Okay. I don't know what reload or aiming does.
It's plus 20.
Yeah.
Sure.
Then you can do a called shot to the eye or whatever.
To the rat eye.
To the rat eye. Oh, the plus 20 made the difference. You carefully line up your shot, aim, wait a minute. The thing's looking at you. Kind of looks back down at whatever it's on, looks up at you again, and then catches a crossbow bolt in the head and just flops over dead into the sewage.
I did it.
All right. Do we need to move this thing in the
Secondary
sewage?
armor.
Or what?
Well, we don't know what it is.
Well, it's up ahead. I assume you keep going forward.
Sure.
I bet it's treasure.
It's not blocking our ways.
Once you're close enough, it's a very short corpse. If you want to kind of pull it out of the sewage, you can get a better look. But definitely, it's some sort of humanoid body.
Sure. What is it?
It looks like
Tell
the
me-
rat had maybe just started gnawing on like the arm or the shoulder.
It's the
Hope
dwarf
it's
we
not-
brought out of the stockade, isn't it?
I hope it's not the niece or nephew.
It is the dwarf from the stockade. It's like you know that they don't put characters and stuff unless they're going to somehow become relevant. Yeah, it actually is. You pull out the dwarf and you recognize, oh, this is that asshole who was begging me for money. Other than Trent, who recognizes him as the guy that he paid for.
Now, is he like missing all of his flesh like the other thing, or is he just, did he just get rolled into the sewer?
He's been mutilated pretty badly. One arm is, well, it's not missing, but it's kind of detached. But you're pretty sure that's where the rat was gnawing, because it matches up perfectly with right where the rat was sitting.
Okay.
You do see that his chest is torn open though, and his heart is missing.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll pick him up and we'll bury him too. Let's get out of here. I don't wanna
Sigmar
be-
again.
Well, let me hold on. Let me see if I can track.
Yep, Sigmar again.
Can I track around this thing, Derek? See where it came from, or footsteps, or something?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, give me a track.
Okay. Uh-oh. I'll re-roll.
I wouldn't worry about it. He was obviously after me, and I'm currently being protected by supernatural force.
You don't see tracks specific. You can't figure out where this, like, maybe it came flowing down the channel a little bit and kind of like stuck here.
Okay.
You aren't. The only thing you're pretty sure of is it doesn't have tracks like right where yours are, because you've been following yours the whole time. You would have noticed. And as you continue on now towards the back, you're not seeing a set of dwarf tracks or anything.
Okay.
If you were very drunk, there still isn't really a place for you to like accidentally fall in the sewer in the city, is there?
Yeah, you wouldn't have stumbled into the sewer and
There could
Lost your
be
heart.
manholes near here, but like looking up. Well, first of all, it's getting dark. It's getting hard to see where manholes might be. I guess that wouldn't be any harder. It would be based on your light. So never mind. If you're watching the ceilings, like eventually you might see manholes here and there. You do not see one directly over this though. They're pretty sporadic too.
There's no moonlight out, is there? It's like
Uh,
completely
th-
dark
that
over
would
us.
that would be through where the grates are, which won't necessarily line up to where the manhole covers are. But yeah, it is getting darker up there, so you're not getting a whole lot of light coming from the city up above. You do not see
All
a
right.
grate. You don't see a grate directly above this either.
I start making my way out.
Yep. So you guys travel probably another half hour and make your way out. You get back to that ladder, and
Is there a guard there?
yeah, they're still guarding up top. I'm going to give you guys one more. I'm just going to roll it. It's probably easier. One more set of athletics tests to get out. Everybody but Tilly made it. Tilly, you got any fortune left? Or do you just want to take another dunk in the
I think
sewer?
I do. Yeah. I'm already stinky.
Yeah, you slip and you get a fresh dose of sewage on you. but then you get back topside.
Nothing but curses coming from there.
The guards are like, yeah, they caught that goblin in the in like the warehouse, but it's just one guard standing there. But like, they told me I better wait till you guys come out in case you got lost down there or something.
That's funny. We got the goblin.
What? Where?
Wow.
You like hold up the
Remains.
That's a goblin?
Well, it's
What?
got 3 legs, doesn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just telling you what they told me. Maybe you can talk to the magistrate tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we also found this guy down there. We recognize him as somebody that was in the stockades earlier.
He had already been standing some distance from you after you guys came up because you stink.
Yeah.
But you pull up like the sewage covered mutilated corpse and like hold it out for him to see, and he backs up a few steps and just starts barfing all over.
All right.
Like he couldn't handle it.
Also, do you have some kind of big gooey monster that eats your trash or something down there?
No.
There was something in the water.
Yeah, you do.
Well, just telling you what you got.
Ugh.
If you see it,
Listen,
give Chili or crossbow bolt back.
He like wipes his mouth off and still is looking really pale. And he's like, if you're all out of there, I'm gonna close that manhole up and I'm getting out of here. That's disgusting.
All right.
You guys need a bath.
Yeah, we do.
How do we get to Journey's End?
He gives you directions.
Thank you, sir.
And then quickly gets away because gross. What are you doing with this body that you hauled up? I guess
Well,
is
we
that his
gave it to the
responsibility?
city official.
So you just leave it there. He's like, all right, I'll get someone to. He really looks like he doesn't want to deal with it, but he'll go find someone to report to.
All right. Well, I don't want to just leave it here. Can we take it somewhere, or can we wait?
You can wait. He'll just have to go get like another member of the watch, and then either they come watch it or he watches it. Well, whatever. You got to wait a few minutes while they.
That's fine.
While he gets some people involved. He says like tomorrow, definitely then report to the magistrate. He's going to want to hear about what you saw. Even if you didn't catch the goblin, which he's like, I don't know if you did or not. I don't care. But like, they seem to think it was already caught.
All right.
But obviously, you found a dead body, and that's something you should talk to the magistrate about. So as you come back up here, it is getting on towards night. And a lot of places are closed, other than, like bars and inns. You guys, however, reek like sewage.
Yeah, we do.
You going to the inn?
Sure. We'll try to get somebody's attention and tell them we need a bath. Might not want us tromping through.
The innkeeper does not have baths there, and he will not let you in unless you take one.
What kind of goddamn inn is this?
You can go take a dip in the river, maybe.
I'm fine with that.
Where the river monsters are?
Well, where the boats are. But yeah, there could be one of those water trolls again. Never know.
Billy's taken off. He'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Yeah, her family has to put up with her stench. That's just...
Meet you back at the bar, such and such.
They had the bath ready for her. Really, the main stinky one is Dave. I mean, you all smell a little bad, but Dave smells extra bad.
That's fine. I can go jump in the river.
Okay. It's cold. You do an ice bucket challenge, but other than that, it's cleans you off a little bit. You get in the room. The next morning, the innkeeper presents you with a bill. Because apparently the city's not paying for you anymore since you didn't actually do the job, according to the innkeeper. Take it up with the magistrate, he says.
Sure.
Let's see here. Probably stop there for now, but I gotta check. Oh, and those of you wounded, you can do the rest and recover thing, and it should heal you some hit points overnight. If you're only down 1, you're all just healed. Keep in mind, the rest and recover is not automated. You have to do it yourself. Poor Dirk. You have to add the hit points yourself. It won't auto-add them, I don't think.
It does not.
Let's see. No one suffered a wound down there other than the one from the fire, which I'm not going to count for this, right?
Sure.
Or a wound that mattered.
I don't know.
Like an open wound.
If you got and exploded and then later you fell in the sewer, that could be bad.
Here, suffered a wound while in the sewer or gained a minor. Okay. If you were immersed, make a difficult -10 endurance test. Which I guess would be Bernard and... Here, I can roll it. Unless you want to do it yourself.
No, go ahead.
Tilly and Bernard. Bernard, you're fine. Tilly? Well, she did fall in a few times. She might have gotten a disease. We'll find out later.
Yay. I will that night describe in the best detail I can to Trent the evil room and octagram and drawing and evil spirit that coalesce.
Yeah. Let me give you a picture of what you saw. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
We're going to stop there. But the next morning, Tilly's got some watery poops going on. She might have gotten a little disease from swimming in the sewage.
All right. I might take a couple days off.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Hackmaster Screenshots channel. That is what Griff saw materialize out of the smoke.
I'm sure I describe it exactly like that.
It is man-sized. It had, let's see here. Do they have a description?
How does it not bite its own tentacles off? It makes no sense.
It's got mouths all over its body, which I don't really feel like that picture depicts.
That does look like something that could, eat the heart out of somebody.
What's it called?
Those are all like tongues.
I think his name was Daryl.
Daryl.
There was that you see like the stuff coming off of its hands. That was like weird, like pink and blue magic wisps of, I don't know, energy or something. But it was all wispy from the smoke, so it was, probably some of that still on there. I had to see if there's a better description somewhere, but it looked scary. But now you're not there, so it's good. All right, we're going to stop there. I'm going to give out some XP. And then a little bit more. There's more coming. Hold on. Lost my PDF again. Let's see. 5 XP for facing Crusher. Heck yeah. 5, 10, 15, 25. Not done yet. Wait, you get XP for falling in the sewage? That's weird. 30,
I'll take it.
35. 40. 40. All right.
Not just falling in; it's falling in and surviving.
Sure. There you go. You guys got 70 XP total.
They didn't fight Crusher. I did.
Yeah, whatever.
I felt like I fought him.
You didn't fall in the sewage, Dave. Oh, you did. That's right.
I did everything.
You did everything. Maximal experience.
Maximum effort. Let's see. I needed. Check career progress.
I see. I can just click on the crit and decrement the number of days. That's handy. Who else has a crit? Griff has a crit. You did it, Dave.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought that last session you needed like 20. Now it says you have 150 spare.
I needed to buy a talent, so I had to get 100.
Oh.
I had 80. I needed 20 more so I could buy a talent. Now I've got everything I need to leave the class. I just have to determine how you want to allow me to do it.
Well, either spend XP or wait for downtime.
Yeah.
Or have a real good reason for switching to what you're switching. But I can't think of what that'd be right now.
Yep. So I guess that means I need another 150.
What talent?
Do what?
What talent?
Oh no, I just needed a talent so I could leave the class.
Oh, okay.
What'd you get though?
I had to spend 100 for a talent or 100 to just leave a class without finishing it. I'm gonna get the talent.
Which talent did you get?
Night vision.
Ah, nice.
That will it kind of pairs with one of the classes I'm trying to get into.
You are gonna have to remind me of that.
What do you mean?
Like, it's not gonna be something I ever think of. Oh, you got night vision,
right.
so you'd see better. Like, you're gonna have to be like, by the way, Derek.
I've got a bunch of weird ones. I got perfect pitch, by the way.
I'm sure that'll come up.
Yeah.
If we do the Goonies adventure, then we're solid.
It puts entertainment sing on all of my class lists.
Wow.
Or makes it cheaper if it already was.
Or makes it cheaper if the class already has it, yeah. I've got animal affinity. Wild animals feel comfortable in my presence.
Yeah, that rat seemed like he liked you.
He was just looking at you. He wanted to be friends, and then he got a crossbow bolt in the face. That hardy talent's pretty nice if you have a good toughness bonus.
Yep. I just need to get into class. I'm just gonna change to a class that's got toughness that I can spend on.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out of here. See you guys
Later.
Yeah.
Yep, same.